Okay, I'm here. Hi. So I'm streaming on both channels right now, and is not Island Girl. Hi, I did not get your email. So I don't know what channel you sent it to or where you sent it, but I did not get it. So I'm on both channels right now. I want everyone to, if you haven't subscribed to the Real Crimes channel, let me, oh God, I need to get the link. Can somebody grab that link and drop it in? But I am going to stream on both channels tonight just so we can get used to being on that channel. Your email failed? Girl, hold on a second. My email is fine. It's, let me go to my channel and get it. It's Heidi YouTube at USA.com. Heidi YouTube. Hold on. Everybody else gets in. Heidi YouTube at USA.com. JL emails me all the time. That is my email. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So tonight we're going to do, oh God, the devil you may know. And thank you, Christoph fan. Always thank you. It's .com. Hold on. Now you got me second guessing my damn self. Hold on. Let me go to my email. This is not funny. Yeah, it's .com. It's .com. That is my email. Hold on. Let me go get it. Hold on. I'm going to copy it directly from my email and put it in here for you. It's .com. And hi, Nurse Jen. How are you? So tonight, and what I did was, so we can all follow along with each other, I actually put it on the PowerPoint presentation. And then we're going to see live videos as well. I thought it might take me more than one live, but I don't think so. I trimmed it down and I stuck to the timelines and key points. So I have that down. And then there's another case that I was looking at, was a few cases I'm looking at. So I might do uploads for a while just to get the channel going. But I like the live because I like to interact with everybody. So if I do a premiere and I'm in the chat, we can still talk. I'm sorry. I had a work email. I have both phones sitting here, okay? Both phones. So I just had a work email, which I'm not even bothering with. Okay, yes, I am in need of mods on the other channel. That's why I have them both up. So, damn it, I forgot which one I'm on. I think, okay, this is Heidi, and I think this one is Harmony. You have a wrench in that one. Damn it, I need to go over to, I forgot which one I'm on right here. Okay, this is Real Crime. I'm seeing your wrench, Harmony. Probably because I'm under me. Okay. Harmony, you showing a wrench. So it's under Heidi Black. So everybody should have a wrench. I didn't, it's still under my name. It's just Real Crime. I'll figure it out next week when I do a live on that channel. Okay, I'm here. So we're going to discuss John Algarad Lawson is his real name. John Algarad Lawson. And I had a call today. Well, I had a text yesterday, and then I returned the call this morning. My friend Holly called me, and she said that she was really excited because I'm now splitting up my true crime and putting it on another channel. That way, and Jamal was very instrumental in me doing that. The other channel I have set up is going to be for the missing. So I'll just keep posting things over there for the missing. I just have to get that all set up and change that name on that. But other than that, I am good to go. So let me go in here and say hi to everybody. Let's see. I have Big Bad Wolf. I have the OG Harmony. I have Grass Toucher, Just Danny, All of Me, Island Girl, Knitting with Amanda Panda, Christoph Fan Always. Let's see. Who else? That's all we have? Oh, I've got Real Crime with Heidi. Okay, let's see. All right, we're ready. Drea, hi, sweetie. Nurse Jen. I didn't get down. Let's see. Breezy Girl, hi. Let's see. I know it's Friday. I know everybody, but I was trying to come live Tuesday, but it wouldn't allow me to. And anybody that knows me that I talk to, Danny knows, I was getting home like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I was in meetings all week. Hi, Wendy. Welcome, sweetie. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the new channel, I'm streaming on both channels tonight only. My next stream will be on the Real Crime channel. Okay, we ready to go. So let's start off by John L. Gerard Lawson. Okay, he changed his name in 2002 to, I'm trying to say it, Pazuzu, without laughing, Pazuzu, because of his satanic beliefs. Now, that name actually was in the movie The Exorcist. And what that name means is, I don't know where they come up with this shit is, the Lord of the Locusts. The Lord of the Locusts. So let's start off. Let me pull up this presentation. I'm going to come off screen and I put it up so everybody can see it. Let me stop my camera. Let me add this. Hold on. I said I'm sharing screen. Oh, hold on. I think I might have to take my banner down. Okay, there we go. It took a while to click in. Let's make this bigger. Full screen layout. Okay, let me take this comment down. This is Pazuzu. That is Pazuzu. This is the home that's located at 2749 Knob Hill Drive. This is where all of this occurred. And it's the home he shared with his mother. Then, as you're going to see as we progress through this, he also shared it with his girlfriend, Amber, this guy named Welch, and then Wetzler. It was a whole slew of people running through this home, okay? But this, look how this fool looked. This was in 2002. This is Pazuzu and his girlfriend, Amber. There they go right there in their mugshots. He had Satan on his arm. Look at this. He looks like a peer. Oh, whatever. So, okay, I'm clicking on my next slide, and it may take a while to kick in. Just give me a minute. It should be popping up. There we go. Can everybody see that? Well, if you can't. So on May 28, 2010, at the time, Pazuzu was 30 years old. He was actually accused of putting his mother, Cynthia Lawson, in a chokehold at the home that they shared at 2749. So in the court documents, the officer alleged that Pazuzu, he regularly performed satanic rituals and animal sacrifices at that home. This shit is crazy. On September 2010, Joseph Emmerich Chandler, his body was found in September of 2010 on a boat ramp in Donahoe Park in Yadkin County. Now, he was actually convicted of that in 2012. But the funny part is I couldn't find the time that he served and if he served any time. Hi, War. Hi, Cree. How are you? Let's see. So in 2010, He was actually charged, and I just put it there but in 2010, he was charged as accessory after the fact in involuntary manslaughter. And he shot this man. He shot Mr. Chandler. Now, he was convicted in 2012, but in August of 2011, he pleaded guilty and was placed on probation for the assault on his mother. And I'm thinking it's his mother. The assault was 12 months. This is the only woman that I can find that he assaulted at that time. And the probation was for 12 months. On September 22nd, 2011, Amber Birch, his girlfriend, she was accused of slapping and attempting to choke Pazuzu's mother. And she was convicted, and she was sentenced to 12 months probation. 2 months after that conviction, she was charged with assaulting Pazuzu, the boyfriend. Okay? These are some violent ass people. So let me show you the search warrant. I need to pull my search warrant up. I need to move this down for a second. And y'all know I do this all the time at work. So I should be, but I think I'm going to have to share the window again. So that was a search warrant issued on October 4th, 2014. It was issued at 10 o'clock in the morning. And the reason the search warrant was issued because Miss Billings, Miss Billings, she went to the police station and she stated that she was told that there was a murder there. And she was looking for, I think it's her dad. It was her dad she was looking for. Okay. So they served this search warrant on the 14th, on the 4th, 2014. So Miss Billings told Lieutenant Foster that Alan Billings told her that the descendant was a white male and possibly in his 20s, but could not provide a name. She said that she was told that Pazuzu had dismembered the body and Alan Billings helped bury the dismembered body parts. This is what she was told. This is why the cops went. Yeah, they needed a whole lot of probation. This is why the cops went to that home. Okay. So, but in August of 2009, Officer Foster had responded to that same home to speak with Alan Billings about information that he allegedly told his daughter, which is Tarina Billings. So Alan Billings told his daughter that he helped to dismember a body. So they went and talked to him then. Okay. Pazuzu said that he had shot and killed a fat motherfucker approximately 3 days ago with an assault rifle. Mr. Billings further stated that Lieutenant Foster, that Pazuzu told him that he had shot the descendant 10 times and he didn't question him and know why. He didn't want to know anything about it, but he told his daughter about it. Pazuzu called him and told him that he had chopped up the body and buried it. On October 4th, 2009, Lieutenant Foster responded to the address at 2749 Nob Hill Drive in hopes of establishing contact with the resident, more specifically, Pazuzu Algarad. Upon Lieutenant Foster's arrival, he did not make contact with Pazuzu. He did make contact with Pazuzu and informed him that he had received information from several individuals that he had shot and killed someone in his basement and buried the body in the backyard. Pazuzu denied any and all allegations to Lieutenant Foster. Lieutenant Foster observed an in-ground swimming pool as well as a cat at the residence. So it is possible that chlorine and cat litter are stored at the residence. Lieutenant Foster said that on 9/24/2009, the Winston-Salem Police Department received an anonymous Crime Stoppers tip. Caller number was 29940 that contained information about a subject by the name of Pazuzu. They didn't say the name Pazuzu. They said Tatzuzu, who resides on Nob Hill Road in Clemens. The Crime Stoppers report stated that Pazuzu had shot a subject and buried him in the backyard. The Crime Stoppers report further indicates that the victim in question had been missing for about a month and that he was described as a big or tall guy. Lieutenant Foster stated that on 2/9/2010, the Winston-Salem Police Department's Cold Case Homicide Unit received 2 anonymous emails concerning Pazuzu. Now they're spelling his name right. The information contained in 2 emails stated that Pazuzu and his girlfriend, known as Amber Birch, aka Bubbles, picked up a homeless person from a gas station and shot him in the head. Damn. Shot him in the head. The emails further stated that the deceased was buried in Pazuzu's backyard under a tarp and described Pazuzu as a religious extremist with mental disorders such as schizophrenia and acrophobia. Also on 2/9/2010, Lieutenant Foster spoke to Miss Stacy Carter, was contacted by a friend, Miss Allison Stitzer, who informed Miss Carter that Miss Stitzer was at a concert in Asheville, North Carolina, and learned that Miss Carter's ex-fiance, Joshua Witzler, had been murdered and was buried in Pazuzu's backyard. Miss Stitzer is a mutual friend of Miss Carter and Joshua Witzler. Miss Stitzer told Sergeant Chenault, the detective at the time, that she called Pazuzu late last year when she hadn't seen or heard from Joshua Witzler in a while, because she knew that Pazuzu was acquainted with Joshua. Miss Stitzer stated she asked Pazuzu if he had seen or heard from Joshua lately, and Pazuzu told her not to worry about Fat Josh anymore. Then Pazuzu changed the subject. On 2/15/2009, Miss Carter contacted Davie County Sheriff's Office and reported her fiance Joshua Witzler missing. Now, she hadn't seen him. She hadn't seen him in a while. And then she reported him missing on 2/15. Miss Carter told Davie County's office that Joshua was last seen in mid-June. Now remember, this happened when she heard it in February, but she hadn't seen him since June of 2008. Okay, Miss Carter said Joshua was on a downward spiral with depression and drugs, and that he was on probation. Miss Carter stated Joshua had recently lost custody of their child because of no electricity or running water at his residence. Miss Carter stated that Joshua had no job or money, and that he had a history of disappearing for periods of time. And she swore to that statement. There's a signature for her. So Joshua Witzler is 6'1", 37-year-old white male that Miss Carter described as being heavy-set or overweight. Miss Carter considered Joshua to be homeless since his electricity and water had been turned off due to non-payment to his landlord, and his landlord had asked him to leave. Miss Carter stated that Joshua was into hippie scene and frequented the Grateful Dead concerts in the past years. He don't have any money. How's he going to concerts? I don't get that. Okay. So his vehicle, a 1989 Buick bearing the VIN number and everything, blah, blah, but was located in Winston-Salem by the police at an apartment complex located at 300 East Brookfield Street in Winston-Salem. So they've reported him missing. They were granted the search warrant to go to Pazuzu's residence, and he continued. So the officer continued his investigation into the disappearance. But we're going to get to this because they had this search warrant since 2010. Okay, 2010 is when they had this search warrant. October 5th, 2014. Authorities executed the search warrant. Crews uncovered the skeletal remains of two people. So we had Whistler, and then we have another man, Dean Welch. So Pazuzu and these two were killed in 2009. They had this search warrant in 2009 and they served it on 2014, which I'm like, wait a minute, they had to get another search warrant because this damn thing is 5 years old. But they were still investigating the disappearance. But you've got all of these calls, anonymous emails coming in telling you that this man Pazuzu, who's now 35 in 2014, had killed a homeless man, and you did nothing. You did nothing. So they found his car in 2010. You know, they got another search warrant to look at Joshua Whistler's car, and everything else. Oh, this is crazy. They said it's noteworthy to mention that detectives at the time did not have a specific location in the backyard to search. It should also be noted that there were 3 males that went missing from Clemens area between 6/2009 and 6/2010, 2 of which have not been located. Tommy Dean Welch, he hadn't been located yet, nor Joshua Wetzler. These are the 2 men. These are the 2 bodies they found in the backyard. The 3rd missing man was Joseph Chandler, who he was arrested for in 2010 because they said it was what was it? It was after they said that he had, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. In 2010, they charged him with involuntary manslaughter because he was accused of misleading the investigators and allowing the suspect in the shooting to stay at the house. Now, you're going to hear who they think actually killed Mr. Chandler. But again, he was convicted. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with these cops. They got all this information. All of this information. So his mother came to the police office. So Pazuzu's mother went to the sheriff's office and requested to speak to a detective about a murder that occurred now this is 2011, but a murder that occurred at 2749 Nob Hill Drive in Clemens. She spoke with Detective Amons and disclosed that sometime in the later months of 2009 that Pazuzu, Amber, and a stocky white male approximately being between the ages of 20 and 30 years of age that was identified to her as Tommy was partying at the house. They were partying at the house, and she heard a gunshot and went to the area where she heard the gunshot and observed Amber holding a rifle, and the Tommy subject slumped over on the couch. Cynthia told Detective Amons that Pazuzu told her to leave the area, so she complied with his request. The mother further stated to Detective Amons that Pazuzu told her that night. The mother further stated to Detective Amons that a short time later that night, another white female identified to her as Dixie arrived, and she was helping Amber bury the body in the backyard. She told Detective Amons that she looked out her bedroom window and observed Dixie and Amber digging a hole in the backyard. Oh my God. So they had this warrant 2009, 2010. The mother goes to the police department in 2011. This was after he choked her out. Okay. After he choked her out in 2010. Okay. So, the applicant, so they're saying that a missing person report of Tommy Welch, this is the other man, was filed on 8/5/2013. They contacted Tommy Welch's mother, Charlotte Brubaker, and obtained no new information concerning her missing son. Tommy had been reporting missing on October 4th, 2009, and was last seen at his brother's apartment, Colonial Arms Apartments, at the corner of Louisville and Clemens Road in Kinnaman Road. Tommy left his brother's apartment and was said to be walking to his apartment on Brewer Avenue. Tommy could be seen on video surveillance on October 3rd, 2014, 1928 hours from a gas station located at 2471 Louisville Clemens Road near the intersection of, I don't need all of that. Okay, Tommy was never seen or heard from since walking through the parking lot. Remember, they said that Amber and Pazuzu picked up a guy from a gas station and killed him, shot him in the head. So in August on 2014, Lieutenant Foster responded to 250 Ruby Lane in Lexington, North Carolina, to speak to Daniel Pelcher about an unrelated case. Upon making initial contact with Daniel Pelcher, he asked the applicant. He asked if the applicant was there to speak with him about Pazuzu. So he sent an applicant, which is Lieutenant Foster. It should be noted that that lieutenant is familiar with Pazuzu Algarad from numerous investigations and calls for service when the lieutenant was assigned to the patrol division, as well as his current assignment in the investigation services division. Now, all of this is going on. The system actually freaking failed here. It completely failed. Since 2009, you've had a warrant. You got another warrant in 2010. The mother comes to you in 2011. And then you go and you're looking at somebody for an unrelated case in 2013. And this man asks you, did you come to talk to him about Pazuzu? What else did they need? So another Crime Stoppers report was done on September 26th. They indicated that the subject by the name of Matthew Flowers had information about the murder and burial of a subject at Pazuzu's house. Matthew Flowers indicated in the Crime Stoppers report that his ex-wife, Dixie Ross, had assisted in the burial of the body. Matthew continues in his Crime Stoppers report that he anonymously reported the same when he first received information about the homicide. Matthew provided his phone number. So after reading the report, the detective contacted Matthew Flowers and urged him to come to Forsyth County Public Safety Center for a non-custodial interview. Matthew informed the lieutenant that he would respond and arrive within a couple of hours. He got there. He made his statement. She said that she had helped Pazuzu and Amber to bury bodies shortly after they had been shot. Y'all don't know how many affidavits are in this thing, and this just goes on and on and on and on. But to get to the gist of this, this is too much. So, October, okay. Oh, this man. So let me get back to my thing. So October 5th, that's it. That's when they executed that search warrant. And that's when they uncovered the skeletal remains of two people buried in shallow graves in the backyard. The warrants were later revealed that two were killed in 2009. And they charged Amber and Pazuzu with one count of murder and one count of accessory after the fact to murder. On October 6th, they went to court and they both wanted to have public defender. Now, remember, Matthew said that his ex-wife, and they said that she was known as Dixie. Her name is Crystal Nicole Matlock. She was charged on October 6th in connection with the death of one person whose body was found at the Clemens home. Matlock was accused of helping to bury the man. So I'm going to give you a tour of this home so you can see how disgusting this man's home really is. So let me stop sharing this real quick and let me show you this home so you can see just how disgusting this house really is. Let's see. You may know. Hold on, I need to find. Okay, here we go. The video. Hold on, let me make sure I'm centered. Make sure you're all here. Okay, where's my StreamYard? I got to make sure I'm good to go. Okay, let me make this big. Okay, we're good. Okay. Let's just go back and look at this video. This is crazy. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Look at this house.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pause it for a second because while they're in this house, I want you guys to know that he would shit in the corners of his home. Okay? He would shit in the corners of his home. The house was, it contained hundreds of dead and living flies. There was feces and urine all around the flooring and the walls. There were decayed animal parts. There was dried blood-like substance on the walls and animal cages with carcasses. This is how nasty this was. And his mother was in that home at the time. So let me just go ahead. Look at this. Quarters. And this is a rental.
Well, this one will sell real quick.
Just on this part.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely unfit for human habitat.
Unfit. You heard him, right? Unfit. Oh, I hate to look at this again.
No drainage. Touch this. Yeah, okay. All right, let's get those. You get those rooms back there. Look at that.
Step.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Sir, did you buy cheese? Yeah.
Hey, Snuggle Bunny.
Right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you have a fake rent. Good. Hold on.
Is that thing dead?
Oh shit! I gotta make myself a mod on this channel. I'll take care of you, Harmony.
Watch your step. There's a lot of broken glass.
Okay.
Actually, you hadn't hit the worst part yet.
Why can't I rent you? I'll rent you, Harmony. I might have to do it after the stream because I got to make myself.
Don't believe
on this channel.
Any of my hoarding cases will match with this one.
And this is the cleanest room in the house.
Huh?
This is the cleanest room in the house.
Where's Harmony at?
Get that room to go down there.
That one, yeah, I got it good.
Hi, Jill. figure out how to do something. I'll figure it out. Look at this nastiness. Lester, where did his mother sleep?
Boy, this guy had a bad case of whatever they got.
Fourth step from the bottom is kind of loose, so
Okay.
be careful on you. That one.
All
You're
right.
good.
I gotta wrench you. All right, Big Bad Wolf. I don't know how to do it. I have to make I know how to do it. I gotta make myself an administrator. I wouldn't do that on this channel. I'll fix it and I'll wrench you guys. Look at this. Fair use. Look at that. Oh my God. It is so disgusting. Oh my God, boy, really?
Dog crap, huh? Yeah. Okay. I actually need to do outside.
Oh my God. I'm getting
Find some air.
It's not going to get a whole lot better right there. Watch the step here. This is actually where one was buried.
God almighty.
And the pool is behind you.
All right, let me shoot this facial board right here.
Just watch your step there.
Okay. So there's one was buried there.
One was here, one was up there.
Look at the pool. Look at all the satanic writings. Look at that. Look what they did to that home. And that looks like a nice piece of property.
One was up there.
It's right in front of that picnic table.
Okay, so you see they got one from there. Hold on, let me pause. There was one there, and there was one I should have went, and there was one right there where they found the bodies.
Yeah, not the hill up there, down here.
Oh, right here.
Where those bricks are.
Yeah, where you see the little bricks.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep, you got it.
I'm sorry, Harmony. Hi, Spiky.
Damn, that cat jumped over. I scared the shit out of me.
They got me too earlier. Don't feel bad.
Is that stench just coming from the house?
Yep.
That smell?
Some
Everything.
The hole, the pool, the house, and some of this dirt that we've spreaded here. When they were working in the house and come out, it was very nasty.
I'm gonna get the side and around in the front. I'll be right back.
That's a damn shame. That was a beautiful home. But what about the neighbors? I'm starving, homie. You know you're hungry. Look at that nice piece of property. Look at that. So let me just stop to let you know that those bodies that were found, of course, we already know there were Joshua Frederick Witzler and Tommy Dean Welch. Both of those men were buried in that backyard, just like it was stated in 2009. It took them to 2014, 5 freaking years.
Let me get that pool one more time. I mean, it's well well past condemning.
Now this is the code officer that's there.
Okay.
And this was called the House of the Devil Worship. So, okay, let me stop sharing that. Let me get back to my StreamYard. I'm jumping, guys. I have so many different screens open. So this was just totally disgusting. Hold on, hold on. Let me turn that off. Okay, so let me show you the pics of these guys so you can see. These are the two men right here. This is Wetzler and this is Welch. Okay. This is the girlfriend, Amber Birch. This is, oh my God, I'm just getting sick just thinking about this. I'm actually getting sick just thinking about this. And this is going to be Crystal Nicole Matlock. Now, both of these women are big and fat now. I didn't want to put the other pictures up, but they're huge. Okay. So these are the people that helped this piece of shit right here. But Amber actually shot Welch in the head. She shot him. Pazuzu killed Wetzler. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Let me get them off of here. Let me get my presentation for you guys. Hold on. Let me go to my windows. Okay, I'll get my presentation. And let me share it. Okay, there we go. So I wanted to show you, which I just showed you the video, but I did take the pictures when they actually went there and when they went digging and everything else. So this is the actual picture of when they were digging in the backyard to locate these bodies. Okay. Now in April of 2015, what was it? Wells Fargo owned the home and they gave the owners of the home time to bring it up to code. It was supposed to be done in 2014, but they gave them to March of 2015 to bring it up to code. The owners never came forward. They never upgraded the house. They never brought it up to code. So the home was demolished. It was demolished. Okay. So May 13th, Pazuzu, he was transferred from Forsyth Jail to a central prison in Raleigh for safekeeping. This is the second time they did this transfer. And they said there's many reasons why they transfer prisoners. You know, sometimes it's for security, mental health disorders, or medical conditions. Okay. So October 28, 2015, Pazuzu was found dead at 4:20 a.m. in his cell at Central Prison in Raleigh. So they were really doing a good job of keeping an eye on him. They really were. The autopsy later determined that he died from severe blood loss caused by a deep wound to two major vessels in his left arm at the pit of his elbow. His death was ruled a suicide, and authorities said that he used something to cut himself, but they can never determine what it was he used to cut himself. They found stuff in his cell. Let me see what it was. They found an electric razor. They found unlabeled bottle filled with red fluid. And I forgot to tell you that this man had filed his teeth down into little points. He filed his teeth down to little points. Now, when he was arrested in 2010 for the murder, well, for the accessory after the fact for Chandler, he was interviewed by a psychiatrist. And they said that he had schizophrenia. I told you he had acrophobia and alcoholism. Okay. They also said that he didn't bathe. He only bathed once a year. And he hadn't brushed his teeth in years. He said he didn't bathe because he wanted to strip the actions of his body. He didn't want to strip the actions or his body defenses against infections and illness. So he was warding off infections and illnesses. That's why he didn't bathe. And that's why he hadn't brushed his teeth in years. And Amber was sleeping with this, but she just looks nasty herself. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. So freaking disgusting. So on March 9th, 2017, Amber Birch, now 2 years after Pazuzu killed himself, Amber Birch goes on trial. She pled guilty to second-degree, well, she didn't go on trial. She pled guilty to second-degree murder, armed robbery, and accessory after the fact to murder. She was ordered to serve a minimum of 30 years and 8 months in prison with a maximum sentence of 39 years and 2 months. Now, she's eligible for parole, for release in 2045. Forsyth County prosecutors said that she used a .22 caliber rifle to shoot Tommy Dean Welch twice as he sat on a couch in the home that they shared. And just like War said, there was a lot of people at that house. Prosecutors stated that 3 months before then, Pazuzu used that same rifle to fatally shoot Joshua Frederick Wetzler. Investigators allege that the body stayed in the house for several weeks before Pazuzu called Amber, because she had went to South Carolina. She left. He called her to come back to help him bury Wetzler. Okay. On June 5th, 2017, Crystal Nicole Matlock Dixie, age 30, pled guilty to conspiracy to accessory after the fact to the first-degree murder in the death of Welch and Wetzler in Forsyth Superior Court. She was accused of helping to bury Wetzler. Matlock was sentenced to a minimum of 3 years and 2 months in prison with a maximum sentence of 4 years and 10 months. Now, she was released in May 2018. But get this, in January 2020, she was convicted of multiple drug crimes as well as breaking and entering and serving, and had to serve another 8 months in prison. And that's some shit. This is the most disgusting shit I have ever heard. But then I wanted to show you a little thing, and I'm going to see, because there is A1 TV that made 3 installments. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. They did a documentary on the devil. What is it called? The Devil You May Know. I think that's what it's called. And I'm trying to find it. I have so many things open. I am so sorry. I am never, ever unorganized, but I'm trying to find everything that I need. And for some reason, I can't find it. So I'm going to have to type it up again. I'm going to have to go pull it. The Devil You May Know. Hold on. I think I closed it by accident. Let me pull it up. The Devil You May Know. There we go. The Devil You May Know. I have to pull it up again. So, hold on. Pause it. Let me put it on my screen. Share screen. The Devil You May Know. So this is part one. There's 3 parts to this, okay? And they're giving you a little background. And let me get the name. Let me drop this in the chat so you guys can go and you can view it yourself. Let me make this. Okay, that's this. Okay, so let me get the devil you may know. I wanted to get to, I think it's this right here. Okay.
It's much bigger than that.
It's
No
4
one really
parts.
knows how many crimes have taken place. I mean, the investigation's still not over. There could be more victims.
Yep.
Where I kind of made an emotional connection with the story, honestly, is the story of Josh. What often happens in the sensationalism is that we have headlines that say Satan, 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 and we don't understand a story like Josh Wetzler and his family.
Nope.
The guy could have been me.
I watched 3 parts. I didn't realize it was 4, but there's 4 parts to this. So you guys need to go check this out. They really did a good job. This is where Amber left, and that's when she went down to South Carolina. So you guys really need to go watch. It's a really good docuseries. So I just wanted you to see that, but it's called The Devil You Know. It's the name of the miniseries, and it's on YouTube. So what do you guys think about this story? And I only gave you, I didn't go into his earlier stuff, but he really started getting bad in 2010. Well, he was doing things in 2009, but as they said, there could be more victims, but they only found those 2 bodies that were buried. But they knew about these bodies since 2009. They had a search warrant, everything, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2013, 2014. All of these anonymous tips, all of these people telling them the name Pazuzu was all over the place. And they said that, they wanted to be noted that they didn't have anywhere to dig in the backyard. Does it matter? You dug up, I forgot the clown, John Wayne Gacy's whole damn backyard. You could have did the same for this one. This is sick and it's twisted. And so, but, his story has ended, but they're still investigating to see, D3, to see if there's more victims. There could be more victims. This is sad. And they said there was 3 men, and we found Chandler, we found Wetzler, and Welch. Those 3 were found. They said 3 went missing between 2008, and 2009. But that's just the ones that were reported missing. What about the other ones that they could have just picked up? This man could have done all kind of stuff. Now, he had said that he had 8 young prostitutes. He would kill them and eat them, and it gave him more energy. But that was never proven at all. It wasn't proven. So I can't say he did that or he didn't do that, but this is what he was bragging about to people. So everybody knew this man's name. Everybody knew Pazuzu. Everybody knew about him. Anybody, and when you show up at this other guy's house for a case that has nothing to do with Pazuzu, he asks, "Are you here to talk to me about Pazuzu?" This is crazy. They failed. The system failed. They really failed. Not that they could have saved Chandler or Welch or Wetzler, but the thing is, how many other victims are out there that they don't know about? Well, no, they could have saved Chandler. Could have saved Chandler because Chandler was in 2010. The other 2, Wetzler and Welch, was in 2009. So they could have saved Mr. Chandler. Definitely could have saved him if they would have did what they were supposed to be doing in 2009. So that is The Devil You Know. That is, I'm sorry, I had to belch. That Look, I'm sorry. Drinking too much coffee. That is the story of the sick, sadistic man, John Algarad Lawson. Now, there's an interview with his mother as well. And let me see, so that's an interview with his mom, and she just looks, but she was in that home. She was in that home when all of this was going on. And I'm like, but when she went to the police station in 2011, if his mother is coming in there and telling you this, you still don't go to that home. They didn't go to the home. And she went there in 2011 to tell them what was going on. So that is John Algarad Lawson. That is the story of the devil you know. I don't know him. Somebody else may know him, but I don't know him. Anyway, that is what I have for you tonight. I like doing the presentations because when I do presentations at work, I make little notes all over the place. I jot notes down. I put everything in a little thing, and it helps me to keep my timeline straight. It helps me to stay on track and not run wild with different stuff. So that's why I like putting stuff down on notes in a PowerPoint presentation. So I hope you enjoyed this real crime. What I shouldn't say enjoy, but I hope that I don't know if any of you heard of the story. I know War said he remembered this, but I found this story to be fascinating. And instead of going into all the other little minute details of what he was bragging about, eating people and all this other shit, which I don't know if it's true. They haven't said anything, but they still said they're still investigating. But they were convicted in 2017. This is 2023, and there are no updates on this story. So either when they demolished the home, they didn't worry about going to dig in the backyard or anything else to see if there was any more bodies there. So her disappearance without ever finding what? It is interesting. Heidi, look up the case of Christian Smart, who went missing from, okay, I've heard that case. You will find the case very well, and I promise you, and finally 20 years, there was no conviction ever. I've heard about that, but there's a case that I'm going to do. It happened in 1704. It's about a serial killer, and I started pulling stuff together. I'm serious. I'm writing little notes as I go look. I jot down notes. I have my notepad right here as I'm researching. I jot down notes and everything. Hi, Claudia. So let me write that name down. Hold on, Crazy Cat Mama. Hold on. Her name was Christian. Yeah, I wouldn't even build anything on there. Christian Smart. Okay. I'll look into that one too. So, but I just wanted to keep it basically to the timeline with the and the affidavit for the arrest warrant. This thing is horrendous. Hold on a second. Let me present this to you. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't read all of the affidavits. I really didn't, because it was a little bit too much. So here is. So it's 11 pages. It's 11 pages. And this is Dixie's statement. You know, she's telling them that she went to the backyard and observed the black tarp laying flat over what appeared to her to be a body. Dixie said that Amber asked her if she wanted to look under the tarp, being afraid to say no and wanting to know what was going on. Dixie answered yes. Dixie said that she saw a white male's arm and the side of his torso. Dixie said the male was laying face down on his stomach. Dixie said that Amber then walked over towards the middle of the yard and then said, "Come on." Dixie said that she replied, "What the fuck is going on?" Dixie said that Amber said that she would tell her later and that they had to dig before the sun came up. Remember, his mother said that she saw them digging in the backyard. Dixie remembered the ground was extremely hard and it was difficult to dig. Now, where was Pazuzu? In the home. Dixie said that adding to her struggles, her sandals kept falling off when she jumped on the shovel. Dixie said that she took this opportunity as an excuse to discontinue the digging. Dixie told Amber she couldn't continue because her sandals kept falling off. Dixie said Amber then took her own shoes off and gave them to Dixie to wear. Dixie said that Amber then put on shoes that she had never seen before. Dixie said that Amber then began to sing, "I'm wearing a dead man's shoes," over and over out loud. Dixie said she asked Amber, "Who are you serious?" Per Dixie, Dixie said the hole was then a few feet deep and Pazuzu came out of the house wearing his knife, as he usually does, clipped on his belt. Dixie said that Pazuzu took a look at the hole and told them, Dixie, to put the body in the hole. Dixie and Amber then looked at one another and said the hole was too small. The body wouldn't fit. Pazuzu told Amber, Dixie, that it would be fine and to put the body in the hole. Dixie said that she started to tell to Pazuzu no, but Pazuzu said, "Bitch, there's plenty of room for you in this yard too." Oh God. While looking around his backyard with his arms up, Dixie said she refused to drag the body and told Pazuzu that he and Amber would have to. Dixie said Pazuzu spat on the ground and replied, "All right, fine." Dixie said that both Pazuzu and Amber walked over to the body and began to drag the body by the feet, with the tarp still lying on top. Dixie said that once the body was near the hole, Amber and Pazuzu removed the tarp and began to try and attempt to force the body into the hole. Dixie said that this was when she observed the entire body. Dixie said the body was that of a white male with what she believed to be a light brown or sandy blonde hair, weighing approximately 200 pounds. Dixie said the decedent was wearing only boxers and described the boxers to be possibly white, blue, possibly striped or checkered. Dixie stated that she recalled seeing the eyes of the decedent and remembered them being gray and cold looking. This is some shit. Wait a minute. Dixie said that Pazuzu didn't listen and stated that Amber, Dixie, and Pazuzu needed to break his legs and arms. Dixie said she watched as Amber and Pazuzu began to swing the shovels like baseball bats and strike the decedent's legs and arms. Dixie said that she didn't recall seeing any damage, but vividly recalls the noise the shovels made when they struck the decedent's body. Dixie told the detective that she didn't recall hearing any bones break. After Pazuzu and Amber were done striking the decedent with the shovels, Amber asked Dixie to continue covering the body with dirt. Dixie said that she and Amber were shoveling dirt over the body. Pazuzu's mother came outside and acted as if she was pulling weeds, but it was obvious she was eavesdropping on what was occurring. Dixie said that Pazuzu cursed at his mother and told her to get the fuck back inside. Once out of the dirt and Dixie could see the decedent's knee, the part of the head sticking out above the ground, Dixie said that she pointed this out to both Pazuzu and Amber and then proceeded to pull the tarp over the body. This is some shit. These are all these statements. Now, you got to remember, this statement was done October 3rd, 2014. That's when Dixie gave her statement. So I told you it's 11 pages, and these are all the statements, and they start. See, that's when the search warrant was issued. But it first started in 2009. So I pulled all of this. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Stacy. Oh, thank you. Hi, Wildflower. Yeah, he is one sick person. And like I was telling them, the devil It's a 4-part one on YouTube. It's really, really good. Yeah, his eyes were cold. And just so you don't forget what this psycho looked like, there he is. There he is, right there. These are the 2 victims. This is Amber. And this is Dixie, which we know that's not her name. Zero respect. Really, DC? Yeah, he's sick. He is really, really sick. He looks like a demon. Now, they both look so innocent, don't they? They look so innocent. She shot a man in the head twice. This dumb bitch helped him bury them. Well, bury one of them. He killed a man 3 months before then he killed a man in 2010, shot him in the head. He had a thing with shooting people in the head. Then he killed Welch 3 months before Wetzler was killed with the same shotgun that Amber used to shoot Wetzler. This is a loving couple. Loving. I believe there's more too. I really do. But I think after they tore that house down and after he killed himself, he never went to trial. I believe after he killed himself, they said, oh, well, this closes the case. They already had 2. I believe there are more victims. I'm serious. It's just sad. But there's Amber. They don't look like they did, they don't look like they're on drugs to me. I don't know. But she looks remorseful. This is Dixie, who was given a statement. There is Dixie. And, Dixie. And we know that that is not her name. Her name is Crystal Nicole Matlock. She was 28 years old in 2014. So that meant she was 23. 23. When she helped to bury a body. I'll be damned if my friend's going to call me and tell me, come on, help them bury a body. And that's what I do believe too, DC. They wanted to put the case in a past. He had killed himself. The house was torn down. And if he's telling her there's a lot of room in this backyard, I'm sure if they really wanted to find more, and I'm sure with Dixie's help is how they got, how they found the bodies. And then Amber started talking, but still, this is crazy. The house was awful. How did the mom? That's what I'm saying. And she was still living there, but she went to the police in 2011, and it took them to 2014. It took them to 2014 to do that search warrant, and their excuses, they didn't know where to start digging at. You dig up the whole fucking backyard. That's what you do. You did it to John Wayne Gacy. Dig up the whole damn backyard. I think she was scared of him because he abused his own mother. He put her in a chokehold. The girlfriend abused the mother, and the girlfriend abused Pazuzu. She slapped him and kicked him and stuff. So she was So they were abusing that woman. Yep, thank you. Yes, his friend went, but nothing was done. If you read these affidavits, and even Dixie here, her ex-husband went to the police and told them, his wife told them that his ex-wife told them that she helped to bury a body at Pazuzu's home. People went to the police. They failed. They failed miserably. I guess they just couldn't be bothered. They failed miserably. These statements were taken. Statements started being taken in 2009. Was it 2000? Yeah, 2009. And they had to pull all of these statements together to put it in this search warrant in 2014. They failed. Chandler should have never been killed if they would have picked this man up and put his ass in prison. They failed miserably. They started this in 2009, and it took them to 2014. And I mean, they're telling you, Tarina Billings went because her father, Alan Billings, told her about what Pazuzu was saying. She went, made a statement. All of these people go in here and make statements. Stacey Carter went, reported, what's his name? She reported her fiance, well, her boyfriend as missing. Joshua was missing in 2010. Come on now. His babysitter said the mom neglected him. Not that it's an excuse in any way, but people say she wasn't very attentive when he was growing up. Yep. So I read the backstories and how did he become that way? But you a grown ass man. You know right from wrong. They didn't do their jobs. Yep. They went to the house and looked, and that was back in 2009. 2010. They asked him if he knew, and he said nope, he didn't know anything about it. And they left, and they said it should be noted that we had no indication on where to dig in the backyard. Really? But you got all these people coming forward and telling you that this man is shooting people in the damn head, and you do nothing about it. 2010, you arrested him for shooting Chandler. He was convicted in 2012. What was he? Nothing. He was home in 2014 when he went to serve that search warrant, and they arrested him then. So he didn't do any time. He did no time. If you were home in October of 2014 and you were convicted in 2012. So you just let him out. He didn't do any time. He was arrested. What? I think it was 5 years probation. He did 5 years probation. 5 years probation. You gave him 5 years probation. And they said he was accused of misleading the investigators and allowing a suspect in the shooting to stay at his home. So he was an accessory after the fact of an involuntary manslaughter. And you got 5 years probation. So was he reporting to a probation officer? Was a probation officer going to that home when all of this was going on? Nope. Doubt it. Because if she was going to the home, that house would have been condemned. His mother went again. She went in November of 2011 to say what she saw. She could have showed them where the bodies were. She could have showed them where they dug that hole for the first guy in 2011. 2011, she went. They failed. And they say they're not a big city. It's not the point. You're a fucking police station. You investigate. You have to investigate. And he said, well, I saw some pictures of him was lung, and I was trying to go back to find him, and I couldn't. But he was a good-looking young man. He really was. There is no way a probation officer went to that house because you're on probation. Okay, you have to report to that probation officer, or they can pop up at your house at any time. There is no way anybody went to that home. No way anybody went to that home. No way, because that house would have been condemned. I don't think the owners even went to the home. Now, the mother had to be paying the rent or something because they would have been kicked out. They would have been kicked out unless he threatened them too. But the owners of the home never came forward, never tried to write the house or anything. So Wells Fargo, who held the mortgage, they just said, take it down. Yeah, the mom lived there. She lived there. She witnessed them digging in the backyard. She witnessed the man after Amber shot him. He was on the. She witnessed him slumped over. She heard the gunshot wound. I mean, the gunshot. Went to where the gunshot came from and saw the man slumped over. And then she witnessed Dixie and Amber digging a hole outside of her bedroom window. So I take it she didn't have a phone to call the cops. I mean, I take it she didn't have a phone to call the cops. Or she didn't think the next day, hey, let me get my ass out of here and go to the police because they can do the same thing to me because they've already choked me out. He already put me in a chokehold. He was on 12 months probation. She's already slapped me. She got probation for 12 months. Let me get the hell out of here before they kill me. So she didn't think like that. Undoubtedly, she was able to leave the house because she went to the police station in 2011. So she was able to leave the house. Somebody had to be paying the bills. Somebody had to have a job. But they said his odor, when they arrested him in 2010, they said he reeked. They said, of course, he hadn't bathed in a year. He only bathes once a year. He hasn't brushed his teeth in years. He filed his teeth down. Yeah, I would guess he would reek. But it's sad. When I read that after, and I was getting pissed off reading this, I said, wait a minute, what? What? Then the man's Tommy Welch's mother went in 2013 and reported him missing. Yes, she worked. Okay, so she was able to leave the home. So you mean to tell me she didn't go to the police to get her son's ass locked up and his girlfriend and his friend Dixie? You mean to tell me that you didn't go to the police? You're living in that house where he's shitting in the corners and pissing, not going to the bathroom? Are you kidding me? You must have stunk when you went to work. She had to be reeking because that odor would get all in your clothes. When I saw that video of the house, it reminded me of Hoarders. It really did. I said, what the fuck am I watching? I said, what am I watching? This is crazy. She did not own that house. They were renting that house. She did not own that home. They were renting. I'll go back because Wells Fargo they wanted the owners to come forward to see if they were going to write the property. And they never, ever came forward. They didn't put the people's names in anything I saw. If his mother owned the home, they would have said that the mother owned the home. But they didn't say that. So I'm just a little perplexed with all of this. But anyway, let me get their name. Let me get these foods off my screen because I don't want to see them anymore. All right. Yeah, I don't want to see them. So that was that affidavit. And I pulled that. Well, not the affidavit. I pulled the search warrant. So let me remove this. Stop sharing. So yes, that is the story of John. Of John Algarad Lawson, who changed his name to Pazuzu Allah Algarad, which meant Lord of the Locusts. So, what else is there? Hi, LRM. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Don't hide in the bushes. Hi, Nick. Welcome. I hate people have to be in the bushes. Thank you so much. So, Yeah. If you guys haven't watched it, let me get the hold on. I think I put it in here, but if you go to hold on, I'm gonna give you his channel. There's 202 subscribers. I think he did a great job. I didn't realize there were 4 parts. I watched 3. It's really, really good. Here is the channel. It's called A1 TV. He did a really, really good job, and I really enjoyed it. So with that, guys, I'm going to let you go so you can enjoy your Friday. I've been on here now for a little over an hour and a half. I will be back. I'm working on, thank you, Nick. I'm working on another case. Well, honestly, I'm working on like 3 different ones, but sometimes you have to dig a little bit, and I try to find search warrants. There's another one that I was just sent today, and I knew she was arrested. You know, the woman that her husband worked at Microsoft. So I have to try to pull all of that too and get it together. And I'm going to try to do breakdowns. That story is just all over the place. There's so many different. I'm actually in a Facebook group that's actually discussing this right now. And, you know, I drop little stuff that I find in there as well. When I got a hold of the search warrant, I dropped it in the Facebook group because they said they were having a hard time finding some doc. And I was like, oh my God, I went straight to the Winston-Salem thing. I went to the court. I went and put the name in and I said search warrant. Then I said affidavit and I pulled it up. I clicked the link and there it was. So Stacy Avocado, thank you. And sweetie, I did talk to Terry Lynn about what you and I discussed, and she hasn't, but she said it was a good idea, but we really need to actually get that going. Thank you, Big Bad Wolf. Thank you. And Tina was enjoying dinner with her son. So I told her I would be fine. I mean, nothing crazy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Won't be attending church this Sunday, Heidi, but I'll watch. Why aren't you coming to church on Sunday, woman? Thank you, Island Girl. Okay, let me check my email before I get off of here. Hold on. Let me log into this so I can tell you if I have it or not. Hold on. Whoo. I am starving. Even after watching that house, I'm starving. I really am. I'm logging in. Let's see. Why is everything running? Yes, I got it. I have it. I will respond to you, ma'am. I have it. Thank you, Island Girl. Island Girl, this is Island Girl here. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Ooh. Oh my God, you made my day. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm excited. Thank you. Okay, you just got home from it. I had lobster the other day. Oh my God, I'm in tears. Thank you. Thank you. I will definitely do that. And Island Girl, I'm gonna give you my number so he can. I'm gonna send you an email back. Thank you. You made my damn day. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. I see that I have 6 in the other channel. Just know next week when I come live, it's probably going to be Tuesday. I will not be coming live on my main channel for the true crime, for the real crime. I will be on the real crime channel. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.